Well, from foods like chicken nuggets and stovetop stuffing to drugs that fight HIV and MS to achievements like the Golden Gate Bridge and the Hoover Dam, it's clear that Purdue Boilermakers have changed the modern world.
That's right. Last night, in part one of the special News 18 series that we're calling Purdue's Greatest Hits, we explored how Boilermakers are responsible for the ways people drive a car, land airplanes, and search the internet. Well, tonight, in part two, Dan Klein joins us with an in-depth look at 4 more innovators who have shaped society as we know it today. Dan?
Jeff, Gina, it's likely that if you've taken any prescription drug today or are watching this from inside a warmly insulated house or even just use a cell phone, you have a Purdue Boilermaker to thank, and that's just the beginning. From insulating homes to building boats, cars, shingles, and cell phones, the father of fiberglass is Purdue graduate Game Slater, class of 1921. After leaving Purdue, Slater patented a method for blowing mineral wool insulation into attics and walls. In the middle of the Great Depression, he was hired by the Owens, Illinois Glass Company to find a way to create new uses for glass. While glass fibers were already a curiosity in the lab, it was Slater and 2 others who discovered a way to cheaply make them in large quantities. Slater held more than 90 patents overall in a number of fields, from a seed separator for farmers to prefabricated homes. He died just 5 days after the open house to dedicate the band shell at Purdue that bears his name.
It's interesting that, the Depression and Prohibition, which was a terrible problem for the glass industry, became the opportunity of a lifetime for Game Slater.
Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are alive today thanks to the innovations of biomedical pioneer Leslie Geddes. He taught at Purdue for almost 20 years officially, unofficially, much longer than that. Geddes invented a portable electrocardiograph so patients can monitor their own heart, a pacemaker that automatically increases during exercise, and a miniature device to measure vital signs of premature babies. He pioneered the use of grafting tissue from a layer of pig intestines to heal wounds at a time when everything before him was synthetic and often rejected by the human body. Most impressive, working for almost 2 decades to create a defibrillator small enough and efficient enough to implant inside a person. He was awarded the 2006 National Medal of Technology from President George W. Bush, the nation's highest honor for technology innovation.
He was one of the most persistent experimentalists I think I ever met. He loved being in the laboratory, mostly with his students. They were really his pride and joy.
The usefulness of boron, the 5th element on the periodic table, an element few may know, was unlocked by Purdue professor Herbert Brown, creating the possibility of many life-saving medicines like Prozac and Lipitor. He taught and researched at the university for more than a half-century, from 1947 until his death in 2004. Early in his career, Brown helped discover a new material called sodium borohydride. He spent the rest of his life demonstrating its usefulness, using boron and hydrogen to create new compounds, with countless applications in pharmaceuticals, and discovering the revolutionary asymmetric synthesis reaction, preserving the highest purity of a material. He received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1979. The laboratory named in his honor still teaches students at Purdue.
Today, I can challenge anybody to do one organic synthesis of a molecule, simple or big ones, without using boron. That's that much influence Brown's chemistry has over the synthetic people.
The first mechanical frozen custard machine was invented by Frank Thomas Sr. in 1932, who earlier designed the first snow cone machine. His son, Frank Thomas Jr., graduated from Purdue in 1941. After graduating, they worked together to grow the family's business in Indianapolis, the General Equipment Company, a maker of major restaurant equipment. Frank Jr. opened a walk-up hamburger stand to showcase his equipment called Burger Chef. The brand soon became the fastest-growing hamburger chain in the nation and second largest only behind McDonald's. In just a decade, by 1968, there were 730 locations in 39 states. It was sold to General Foods, which soon overexpanded, devastating the brand. The last Burger Chef closed in 1996.
And they all believe that if it hadn't been for General Foods mismanaging it, it would still be around today. There was really no reason. Frank always told me there was no reason it had to die. I mean, it should still be around.
First, I have to give a big thank you to Purdue University Archives and News Service for all their help on these stories. Right now on WLFI.com, we have the 7 profiles with a lot more information from the people we profiled both yesterday and today. And we also have a photo gallery of 18 more Purdue innovators whose discoveries shaped the world as we know it. So, of course, it probably comes as no surprise, but when you think about Purdue, it's certainly no one-hit wonder. Reporting live from Purdue's campus, Dan Klein, News 18.